Hello, I'm Toycat, and this is Q&A Saturday, the weekly series I run on my channel where I answer your questions that you've been asking over the past week or so across my channel. These tend to be mostly focused on the next update or the current beta coming out for Minecraft on the console, but there's about other things that people have just wanted to ask me on the channel, again, like over the past week or so, and you can leave one for next week's by just leaving a comment down below for anything you want to ask me that hasn't been asked in the past few weeks. So with that said, hopefully you do enjoy this week's Q&A, like if you do like it, because it helps out the channel and lets know you do like the Q&A Saturday, but let's get straight into it, shall we? And let's start with the very first question, which comes in from CNoteTWL, who says hashtag Q&A. What do you think about all the Toycat jokes, like Toycat's mother or Toycat's father, and they presumably mean in the live stream chat. So if you haven't been following the live streams, and there's been a lot of them recently, so I don't blame you, I've been streaming a lot, and there's been a lot of like fan Toycat accounts, like, oh yeah, this is Toycat's mother, and she says stuff like, oh, I'm proud of you, Toycat, and there's like Toycat's dad and Toycat's there's lots of like weird Toycat accounts, and as long as they're not, you know, impersonating me, I think they're actually kind of funny. I laugh at them sometimes, I love the chat laughs at them if they do something good, and I think just in general, it's a good thing. Like, if you want to make a fan Toycat account that's very clearly not me, again, if you stress that's clear, that's a fine thing, because there is just a fan IVX Toycat Facebook account that's just, you know, pretending to be me, and it's like, that's not a fan account, that's impersonation. But as long as it's like clear, it's like a fun joke, I really enjoy them, and I think most people in chat do as well. So what do I think about them? I think they're pretty funny first. So let's move on to the second question anyway, which comes in from Blamer Blaze, who says, I'm actually glad they're replacing Minecraft with one version, which means faster, better updates. So this isn't a question, although you can make that a question mark, like, which means faster, better updates, question mark. There we go, and that's a question. So in response to this one, because it was one of the most upvoted things, I think there's actually, you know, a big myth that the Pocket Edition gets more updates than the console. It is just one of these things that like goes around because it sounds like it's vaguely true because they get more updates overall, but they get the same number of content updates as the console does. So it's just one of those like myths that everyone thinks the grass is green on the other side, but now with the Pocket Edition, things are always suddenly changing, and now, you know, the old console version is better than the new Pocket Edition. I think the truth about the new version is because of the 4J Studios working on this version too, they're essentially trying to combine the two versions. They're just doing it in a weird way, but you know, sometime down the year, let's say the start of next year, or even as soon as the two versions are properly merged, I think we should start to see, you know, the Minecraft, the brand new Minecraft version, you know, just Minecraft. Hopefully this will get updates faster, which will be bigger and better, and hopefully this can be a really bright future for Minecraft. That's what I'm hoping for right now. Again, there's so much to like be down about, but I think the future, at the very least, has some exciting stuff, like us getting all those features back, and that's why I'm kind of excited about it, even though we're losing something to gain this new thing. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of throw that out there because a lot of people have been saying stuff like this, and you know, like, it's kind of true, but I feel like it's true for the wrong reasons. So let's move on to the next question, which comes in from Avenging Cat Straws, who says hashtag Q&A. I think some people compliment you in their questions because they think it makes their question more likely to be answered. Great channel, by the way. I laughed at this one quite a bit when I read it, and then I realized like I was about to put it in there, and I was like, wait a minute, it worked even on this meta one. But yeah, let's move to the next question, because this wasn't even a question, which comes in from Matthew D, who says, can't you just make a custom soup flat on the Xbox One edition and transfer it over? And the answer to this is yeah. I think it's really weird that they would bring, you know, the brand new version over when they still haven't brought custom soup flat or amplified there, because if you want an amplified world or a custom soup flat world, the only way to get it is to make it on your old Xbox, then to transfer over to the new Xbox, and then if you want, you can then take that Xbox file to your phone, which means that objectively it's better to have an Xbox One, but you only for the old version than it is, even though they're going to stop updating that. It's just confusing stuff in my opinion, and I think the fact that it's like that kind of shows just how badly they need both those things, and that's why I think they're going to hopefully focus as fast as they can on getting them in there for the 1.3 update. So the simple answer is yes, you can do that, and you kind of have to do that, which is the strangest thing, but that's just how things are right now. So let's move on to the fourth question, which comes in from Ethan Sherlock, or the fifth question I guess, and they say, what was your best memory from your childhood? And to answer that, Ethan Sherlock, I think I would say, I know this is strange to be like, aha, it's a video game thing again, but I was thinking about it for a while, and I think the, you know, the best memory from my childhood, like overall, would probably have to be when I had a GameCube, when I was maybe like 10 or something, maybe a little bit younger, maybe a bit older, but I got, like the Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, like this deluxe edition, which came with 3 discs, it came with 3 Zelda games, and I had so much fun being able to be like, you know, I'm just going to play this game all day, and then if I get bored of that, I'll switch out to the other Zelda game, and then if I get bored of that, like, I still hadn't played through all of, like, Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg. It was, like, this moment where I'd, like, for the first time, had, like, multiple games I could play, because up until that point, I'm sure everyone has this, games are so expensive, especially, you know, as a child, like, you know, if you're relying on your parents to buy them for you, you know, your parents can't just drop 60 quid here, or 40 pounds or whatever, here and there, so basically, you know, like, I had very few games. There was this one moment where I had, like, 3 games that weren't completed, and it was just like, you know, I can wake up, you know, because it was summer at the time, I had 6 weeks off, I'm gonna wake up, and I'm gonna play this game, probably all day, and then that can be my day, and then tomorrow maybe I'll play a different one. And there was this I know that sounds weird, but like some of my like fondest memories are genuinely from doing that. There aren't many of them because I was like so absorbed into the game, but it was something just I remember like as being a very happy time in my life. Even like, because that was also when I first had like a TV in my room, like one of these tiny like 10-inch TVs or 11-inch TVs, but still it was just this amazing thing that I could just play video games all day. And yeah, that was, I know that's weird, that's my favorite first memory, but I like games, okay? So yeah, let's move on to the sixth question, which comes in from CrisperNote30, who says, we need an option to exit without saving now. And again, this isn't a question, but you know, it's one of these like things that comes in a bunch. So I figure we should address this, because if you want an option to exit without saving, the truth is that it doesn't really make much sense. They might do it, you know, there might be enough pressure they end up doing it, but the problem is you got to bear in mind the only reason we have exit without saving on the console version is because there is no autosave. They wanted to have autosave, but it couldn't work properly, so they ended up having a system instead where you exit and save, and that's the thing. So when the Xbox One came out, it had autosave by default, and then they figured, like, just in case people prefer the old version, we'll keep that there too. But you got to bear in mind, this is a brand new version that's always had automatic saving all the time, never a way to turn it off, and that's why it's kind of weird that, you know, you'd ask for it. So from their perspective, I think it seems like, you know, you're asking for something that's cheating, and I think the only way to really, you know, go about this is to either ask a developer nicely, like, you know, exit without save, here's the reasons I need it. Personally, I really care about exit without saving, because, you know, if I do some building or I do some let's play and I figure, you know what, I don't like this, I want to start again, then I literally can't now. If I don't like what I'm saying, or like something bad happens, I literally have to just keep on going regardless, which, you know, isn't a great thing, but it's what you have to do. So trust me when I say I want this too, but I think from their perspective, it's kind of hard to see. So what I would recommend doing is going to, you know, someone, or even going to like the Bedrock suggestion site. Again, we've had some pretty great progress with that so far. Go to that site and then, you know, put your suggestion there that you want exit without saving, and hopefully a developer picks it up and realizes that there's lots of reasons for it. Because I think just saying you want to exit without saving, you know, it sounds like you want to cheat, but if you just say like, look, sometimes like, you know, something terrible happens and, you know, I don't want to do it like this, or like sometimes I'm making videos, there's a bunch of valid reasons to exit without saving, and I'd like them to acknowledge that and put it in the game. So let's move on to the seventh question, which comes in from Penguin Heist, who says, monostable circuits don't work for me. Well, the common one for a repeater going in sand on top of a sticky piston with dust on the other side, it won't power the piston anymore, and ruined my most intense redstone creations. Also, slime block flying machines aren't working for me either. So here's the thing about the redstone system is entirely changing, and again, it's one of those just like kind of things where it's like, oh yeah, I guess, you know, transferring from the old, because it's basically transferring a Java based edition to a, you know, Pocket Edition based edition, or just full-on Pocket Edition, which means that what's going to happen here is your redstone isn't going to work because they rebuilt it from the ground on the PE to make it more like physical circuitry. Like, they did stuff that they wouldn't have been able to do on the you know, Java. They fixed a bunch of bugs that, you know, they couldn't replicate there, and although this sucks that it breaks things, the truth is it's technically a better system. I don't necessarily agree with that, but again, it's one of these things you got to keep in mind where they can't implement the old redstone system because they've had it so long there, and it just means that it sucks. But I guess you have to play the old version if you want to keep your redstone stuff there, because they're just going to be inherently different redstone systems, which I don't know like too much about redstone to say like whether the new system has benefits as well. Right now to me it just seems like drawbacks, but we'll see you know, over time if there's like some amazing PE redstone, but I'm not too sure right now. But let's move into the eighth question, which comes in from Galaxy Wolves, or maybe Wolves, but like said, but whatever. They say, what is your favorite game besides Minecraft? So right now my favorite game besides Minecraft, because it's September, it's one of these like couple of lulls in the year where it's just like, you know, let's check out some other stuff, let's, you know, play some chill and play some video games. So one of the games I've been playing a lot of recently is PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. This is you know, they drop 30 of you, oh no, sorry, 99 of you into a server. They just say, go kill each other, there's guns on the floor, go do your thing, and it's really, really unpolished, but I've been enjoying it a lot recently. So I've been playing that a lot on the YouTube. I played a lot of this past week alone, that sponsored game, Lords Mobile. Again, like, it was weird, because after it I figured like, I don't know if I'll play this anymore, but I've been checking in like every day, so I've been playing a bit of that. But yeah, my favorite game probably has to be the Lords Mobile. The Call of Duty World War II beta has been a lot of fun, but I would probably say right now my favorite game is either Hearthstone, which I'm always playing in the background, or it's PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, just because there's something ridiculously fun and intense about every game I go into, where I'm just like, yeah, I can totally do it this time, and then you die, but you learn something that I really like about the game quite a bit. So let's move on to the ninth question, which comes in from William Badgreen, or Baggreen, who says, if you can, would you redesign London? So the thing about London, unlike most cities where I think most cities wish they could redesign, and maybe London's in there, is London had to be rebuilt maybe like twice now already. There was a Great Fire of London in 1666, and after World War II I hear like so much was destroyed that they rebuilt a lot of stuff from scratch. So it's been rebuilt a couple of times already, and they've had some pretty interesting regulations additions that have made the city develop in a way I really do quite like. Like, it's not just like, oh god, there's this painful skyscraper district. There's like this one skyscraper area in the center, but after that it's like really nice and like not flat out from out there. But you know, I think it's a really nicely designed city, and I don't think I would redesign it. I think of all the cities in the world, London just happened to turn out to be one of the more beautiful ones, and I don't think I would change that, Mr. William Badge Green. But let's move on to the 10th question, which comes in from Brandon Brooks, who says, what did you have for breakfast? So, what did I have for breakfast? Today I had you know, I've been having like problems with my breakfast, I'll admit, but today I had just chicken, like threw it on this weird grill I bought. It's called a health grill, so I can only assume that makes that a healthy breakfast. But yeah, I just have these little frozen pieces of chicken. I throw it on the grill until it makes a weird noise, and then that's what I had for breakfast today. And I find eating like meat for breakfast, even though like you kind of don't want to, if you force yourself to do it, I find it makes your day a little bit more balanced. That's been my experience in my breakfast game so far. I've been like mixing it up, trying to like work out what's objectively the best breakfast, and that's been my finding so far. So thank you very much for watching this week's Q&A Saturday. Like if you liked it, share if you really liked it, subscribe when you're around here. A couple of things is, please don't use hashtags in the comments down below. They will be banned from my channel soon. You might say, why are you banning hashtags? I don't have the choice to ban hashtags. If I want to ban links, which I do, I have to ban hashtags. And the reason you want to ban links is because of all the fake tweet ads. But basically, I'm going to be banning hashtags soon, not for my own will, just because YouTube doesn't have an option not to. So that's going to be happening soon. So please don't hashtag your comments, or they won't necessarily make it through there. And also keep in mind that as of me recording this video, I'm in Munich right now, which is the really, really German part of Germany. So if you want to see some pictures of that, follow me at @BXToyCat on Twitter, because you'll see some really German stuff. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!